So what I love about Joe is how he teaches us about things in our everyday life that we may not realize or may not know much about, like time zones or how to shoot a basketball or even the refraction in our Earth's atmosphere. It's really important to, appreciate this stuff, and I really like that Joe brings that to Homework Hotline.
Joe is a dedicated individual. He loves teaching, he loves science. He takes teaching to the next level in terms of professionalism. Joe, I really respect him. He's really respected, I know, in the teaching community. He's been teaching a long time. He tries to make science fun for kids, and he tries to do what's best for kids at all times.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, I shouldn't be drinking boiling water, should I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel it.
That's much cooler than before.
Much cooler than before, right?
I got to know Joe. He was my first co-host. So he's the one that kind of took me under his wing, so to speak. So for me, Joe was this professional who, true science geek, loved his discipline, loved sharing what he knew about science, with the audience. That's what comes across to me.
You're right, and it is called Newton's Cradle, and it's good that you knew that it wasn't Newton that invented it, but actually the person that did invent it gave credit to call it Newton's Cradle because it demonstrates some of Newton's law, in particular his third law, which we kind of know as for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Joe is a super passionate guy, especially about science. One thing I will always remember about Joe is when we are doing a rehearsal for the show and he's got his science challenge already, and it always works, and then we go live, and then inevitably something goes wrong with the science challenge, and it's always fun to try to work around that. And I'm still waiting for him to set the set on fire.
Joe is one of our teachers that has been on Homework Hotline the longest. He has been on the show with some of the other great hosts that we've had in the past, such as Carol Smith and George Wolfe. And I think that has been one of my favorite parts of working on Homework Hotline, being a part of the show, is that it's amazing hearing everybody know Joe from all the years that he's been on Hotline. It's also great too when we get new crew and new crew comes in and they're like, I remember watching Joe when I was a student on TV.
Actually, one of my favorite memories of Joe is not working with Joe. When I first came to the Rochester City School Districts, I was in a school and I had to proctor one of Joe's classes, one of their final exams, and I didn't realize it. And I was in the classroom, and he walked in to say to the kids, oh, is everything going okay? And he left, and I was to the kids, I was like, oh my God, he's on TV. He's on Homework Hotline. And the kids were like, we know. But it was really pretty funny because I was so excited when he walked in the room, like, oh my God, I've been watching him with my kids for a long time. So it was pretty exciting.
You can tell that Joe is really here for his students. He really enjoys what he has done all these years, and he is a fantastic teacher. When you see him in action, it's very, very impressive. Seeing him on the show was one thing, but seeing him in the classroom is a completely different aspect. I know that he cares very deeply about education and the future of education, not only here in New York, but in the United States. He's done some really great, fantastic work, and I really hope that he continues with that passion in the future.
In order for things to catch fire, do they have to touch a flame?
No.
No, they have to reach a certain temperature, right? And that special temperature is what we call the kindling point. When things reach a certain temperature, they're able to spontaneously keep that reaction going, that oxidation going on their own.
Joe reminds me of my favorite high school physics teacher. He brings in like the same demonstrations, like his big suction pump vacuum. You can just see him like kind of light up when he gets to play with his toys. And it's a delight to be behind the camera. I don't get to be a part of like his excitement.
Joe is so smart. I don't know what this guy doesn't know. I just love nerding out with him about physics, about nature, about anything. I love Thursdays. I love working with Joe because I just learn something new every time.
Joe, thank you so much for all your hard work and everything that you've done for students in Rochester and for teachers in Rochester and throughout New York State. You're an excellent role model as a teacher. You're an excellent role model as an educator. Thank you.
Hey, Joe. I hope that you have a wonderful retirement and that you get to really enjoy your kids and enjoy everything that life has to offer you.
Congratulations, Joe. You're young still. I can't believe that you're retiring at 55. That's just crazy. I know that you're going to stay involved with the education with NYSET and with your work that you do in Albany, and I wish you the best of luck.
Joe, Mr. Z, enjoy your retirement, have a lot of fun,
explore cool scientific wonders of the world and make sure to do some fun scientific experiments in your backyard.
Joe, even though you're retiring, I really hope that you continue to teach kids every day about our world around us. Enjoy retirement.
Joe, best of luck in your retirement. I hope you have a great time and you get to relax.
Well, Joe, I want to wish you a fantastic retirement. It's been a pleasure working with you. I'm going to miss you, wondering who my co-host will be next year. But you taught me a lot about science. Guy, maybe you'll come back and do a guest spot.